Greetings, YouTubers. This is Jared with Omnivore Bladeworks, and it is October 25th, 2015, and we're in the Armory, Omnivore Bladeworks Armory, and there's lots of things happening. There's lots of stuff that's not done yet, that's almost done, and could be done, just needs a little more time on task. That's what my English teacher used to say. You can do anything if you put time on task. So we've got these swords on the left, the Kodiaks. They are the light model with the saw teeth that have been ground off. And they need to have a special sheath. So those can be made. I've got, let's see, there's two there. And then there's maybe, I don't know, there's some more. I think there's at least two. And I'm kind of in need of money. Also, there's a Kodiak that's black that's done. It's ready right here. And there's some Arctotus. And there's a stack of new 1095 Kodiaks that need to be Cerakoted. And a few sheaths right there that are molded and need to have some work done to them. And let's see, there's 2 jackals, regular jackals, and then a third regular jackal over there, and then direwolf knives, and Uncia snow leopard knives, which all need sheaths. The sheath jig is made for this, but not for this yet. The kukri have been sitting there for a while. I'm really happy with this design, and I'm excited about getting those out here. Okay, so then we've got another jackal that's just needs a sheath, or we can, I need to make black sheath for that. And then there's the fancy Kodiak. I'm not sure if anybody has spoken for this one or not. It's got the welded hilt and the welded pommel, and there's my mama's back behind it. And then there's the murder twos. Please forgive my focusing job. It's kind of hard in this light. Other projects that are on the horizon: a friend's little Winchester 22 single shot I had to refinish. Still need to do some of the little parts. My dad's 1022 malfunctioned today, so I'm investigating that problem. I've got some Benchmade and Emerson knife that need to have some fasteners. This one's brand new, and this one's my favorite and needs new fasteners. And then there's some more direwolves and a Americanus Bowie. Those are all about ready to go. So if you want one, let me know, and I'll try to add that to my agenda. Another thing I'm working on is a bedding job on my M1A, which I had an LRB receiver, and it was an early one, like from 10 years ago, and it was bad because the bolt catch slot was too big, and the bolt was like peening the inside of the receiver, so it was all screwed up. So this one's going to end up getting a little bit shortened so that more people can shoot it other than me, because it's got a long length of pull. This is an MPI stock. Really like this tactical MPI stock. It's very light, and because the stock is high up, it has a great recoil impulse. Actually, a friend of mine from college knows the guy who designed this stock, and he's the one who originally bedded it for me and did the paint job out in Oregon. Dan Moyer, Hunter's Green. So I'm doing my best with some DevCon's plastic steel putty, which is actually 10 years old easily, or maybe 13 years old. I bought this a long time ago, back when I lived in Klamath Falls. I did some bedding jobs, and it still works. It's incredible. And then the release agent is expensive. It's from DevCon too, but half of it leaked out because I put it in my drawer the wrong way. We're going to go out to the main shop and then look at my dad's project, which is putting some new head gaskets on this Lincoln. All the parts are everywhere. And what I'm doing for production purposes is I have the mill set up with its rotary table fixture, finally. And so the tomahawks will ride on that rotary fixture. And then you can see that I've done the under hook edges. You can see the difference between, well, there we go. You can see the difference between that finish and that finish. This was done with a high-speed steel end mill that was ground, and this is done by the carbide. And I had to move some metal in order to get these all right. You can see there's my chip pile. It's not too incredibly big. That's just one side, and then there's more chips up in the apron of the mill. Carbide chips. I have a cool mist set up that I spray right onto the cutter head. You can see the cutter head is an indexable countersinking mill, and I've offset my cutting head so that I've got however many degrees between the cutting head and the flat horizon. So that's how I get my underhooks that I cut. These blades just came back from annealing. We've got Americanus Bowies and all kinds of crazy things that I'm going to be working on. They're all 1095, and I'm going to be grinding those just as soon as I get tomahawk work done, because I know everybody's waiting for tomahawks. These are a stack of ETA tomahawks with straight handles, and then there's also some folks waiting for more Anubis tomahawks. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 of these in this first batch. But then I also have this whole stack here, which will be headed out to the CNC shop. Once I can get them to do the job right, then they will do that. I'll have those closer to being done. This hopefully before Christmas we'll get these pretty much done and out the door. And there's a couple guys, or one guy, waiting for the new mid-length tomahawk with no head, no hole in the head. And then there's another fella waiting for this Tanuki Tanto, which was annealed because it was crooked. And then another project that we're doing, or I'm doing, is to reformat the CNC router, which needs to have its new T-slot table fastened down, and also it needs to have its dust collection system improved. So I've got an idea about how to do that, and I'm going to work on that too. That's all I've got to tell you right now. There's my organization of my handle fixture, routing fixtures. There's so many things to tell you about this shop, and you really can't, it doesn't do it justice unless you are here. And there's just so much stuff to do, it's ridiculous. See you next time.